All right, welcome everyone to episode number 2 of the Long Shots podcast. Appreciate you all checking out the first episode with Renato of Fury Photography. Actually, you would really like his work. He's a fitness photographer.
Oh, no way.
He actually lives right across the street from me. I seen him, just met him a few months back. Seen him walking around with his camera. I'm like, hey, are you a photographer? You
Just randomly in the streets?
Yeah. Well, it was trick or treat. Sorry. It wasn't random,
really?
Yeah, because he's got a little one too.
Okay.
So, but yeah, fitness photographer. Really cool guy.
Nice.
So yeah, you should check that out.
Definitely.
But yeah, I'm here with Ricardo, or do people call you Ricky?
Rick's Films. Rick's.
Okay, Rick's Films. So we met and connected through the Full-Time Filmmaker group, which we'll talk about a little bit too, because I feel like investing in yourself is
100%. That's all. It's everything nowadays.
yeah.
You
know,
have
let's
to.
just start there. Let's start there. So when did you join Full-Time Filmmaker, and tell people what it is?
Right. So Full-Time Filmmaker is pretty much a community of filmmakers, even photographers. I've seen photographers there as well. But for me, I joined there when I was in Hawaii, pretty much when I was starting my career as a videographer. So it was back in 2020. They were having a sale, and I got it for $4.99.
They always have a sale.
Yes, sir, always. Because I wasn't thinking. Because at that point, I wasn't like thinking of paying full price.
Right.
Like I saw the value behind it, but I was. Let me wait for the next.
$4.99 is that half price, right, or something like that?
Yeah, 50%
So it's
off.
normally like $900 or $1,000.
Yeah, it's $1,000, $9.97.
Yeah, so that's still a fair price for.
So
what
when
you
I
get.
saw that sale, I was like, you know what, bro? I gotta do this. I see a lot of value behind this, and I just gotta invest in myself.
Yeah.
And from there on, I just started learning so much that I started monetizing my skills.
Yeah.
So.
And they teach you all. I mean, I would say it's a community, but I would say first it's like a course.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it's like a course, and then the community is like it's like an add-on, a little bonus.
Like an add-on.
All right. So tell me about Hawaii, because you're not from Hawaii.
So I was born in Peru.
Born in Peru.
Born in Peru, raised in Miami, and then I moved to Hawaii because I wanted to switch things up.
Okay.
You know, it's like a reset button.
Okay.
But I decided to move back in 2020, March 2nd to be exact.
Yeah.
So at that point, it was when the pandemic started.
Right.
But the thing is, I already made my decision. I made a choice that, hey, like 6 months ago, I made a decision that I wanted to move to Hawaii because my cousin lives there.
Yeah.
And I wanted to just switch things up, you know?
Yeah.
I was at that point in my life where I just wanted to switch things up. And
I can identify with that.
like 6 months ago, I made my decision. I was okay, whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
So I shipped my car. I moved everything, my clothes, everything. I was just going to make that decision. And then from there on.
Right when they locked the country down.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I think they had like one victim at one point.
So how were you making money when you moved there?
So before I was a bartender.
Okay.
I was a server.
So you're in the hospitality industry when you moved to Hawaii.
Yeah.
That's a great. In the last episode I talked about how I worked in pizzerias. That was like my thing. I actually moved to Florida in 2011.
Okay.
From New Jersey with nothing. Knew nobody.
Yeah.
And that was how I got my foundation and my footing, and my start was pizza shops, pizzerias, restaurants.
Okay.
So hotel or bartending in Hawaii. How did you get your love for photography or video creating? Did you like always have the eye for that, or did you just kind of stumble into it?
So back in 2018, I started like recording myself with my phone. I had a GoPro. I started with a GoPro on my iPhone.
Yeah.
Just recording myself working out.
Okay.
So, and then I went to Hawaii for the first time in 2019. And I started buying like the chest piece, all the little equipment, you know, those little
All the
pieces.
GoPro attachments? Yeah, I've had them all too.
Yeah. So I
Suction cups, chest mounts, forehead
everything,
mounts.
that thing for the helmet.
Handlebar mounts.
Yes, all of that. So I bought the whole equipment, and I visited Hawaii for the first time. So I was like, you know what, let me capture the experience. And that was my first time I visited my cousin. You know, I wanted to, because he was already telling me, hey, you should move to Hawaii, you know, this and that. So, okay, let me visit first, and then we'll see. But I loved it.
So you just wanted to capture the trip.
Yeah.
Well, started with workout videos first, and then capture the vacation.
Pretty much. Started as fitness related, used to like see myself work out and just post it on social media.
Yeah.
And then I will edit on iMovies.
Yeah.
iMovies, just because
Yeah.
that's the only
It's
thing that I
free
had.
and it's there.
Just play around with it.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, then I went to Hawaii, and then I got more into it, just like learning how to record with a GoPro. And then
let's talk about fitness for a little while, because I feel like that's an important part of life, really. And I see that every day. I see you're in the gym.
Yeah,
You're a big guy.
I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there too.
I'm okay.
I took like 3 years off when both my kids were born, and just
right.
How
many kids you have?
2 kids.
2 kids.
Yeah, 5. Well, 4 and 2.
Nice, congrats, man.
Thank you. And past like 7 or 8 months, I've been back into it heavy. So, but tell me about how you got into like working out and all that stuff, and why you do it, and how it helps you in your filmmaking career.
Right.
Really.
So I started when I was 18. I was in high school. I started as a senior, like on the summer, from junior to senior year.
Yeah. You played sports in high school, or?
No.
Okay.
I didn't play sports. I mean, I like watching sports, but at that point, I wasn't playing sports. For me, it was just me to build confidence.
Okay.
Just to become more like more like a man. Have muscular.
Walk
trait.
with that swagger a little bit.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Yeah.
Especially in high school. For me, it was just I was really skinny, so I used to weigh like 99 pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
How much you weigh now?
175.
Okay, nice.
So that's like a huge amount of weight from, because I'm still 5'6". I was like around 5'5", 5'4" when I was 18, so I didn't like grow taller than that. But I was really skinny, so I just wanted to like start working out. And then obviously once you get with a girlfriend, then you kind of break up, you kind of use that as motivation to like get into the gym,
get even more ripped.
Yeah, pretty much. So it kind of helped.
Yeah.
As well. So it was pretty much that from senior year, and then from there on, I just started like working out all my life.
How old are you now?
I just turned 30.
Okay, so have you been like consistent in the gym from like 18 to now?
For most of the time, yeah. Dude, but now it's not more for like getting stronger. It's more like a mental thing. Just to,
what does it do for your mental state?
A lot. It does. So whenever like I'm overthinking, or whenever I'm editing for a long period of time, I just work out and just release everything that's built up. It just helps a lot.
You just come back with like a fresh brain, like a different brain. Like you just look at things different.
Yeah, you release like the dopamine, and then you come back to the computer, and then you're fresh.
I love that, dude. Yeah.
But
I did it today. Today I was editing for a while. I went to the gym, came home, then edited. And then, just like went and just like walked 2 miles, and then I came back and I was like, it's fucking great.
Even if it's running, walking, anything that just gets your heart rate active, it goes a long way.
So, being that the podcast is the long shots, let's talk about some photography and video stuff, and a little bit about your journey. Right. Yeah. So you started with the trip videos and the fitness videos. Yeah. And when you were in Hawaii, you said is when you purchased the course.
That's when I purchased. So I purchased my first Mac.
Okay. Computer. So you started investing into yourself.
Right.
You're taking the bartending money and being like, okay, maybe I can do something else with this stuff.
Yes. Yeah. So I purchased my first Mac. Then I got the i7 III.
Okay.
And I used that kit lens.
Yeah. What is it? The 28 to 75 or whatever it is? Yeah.
Horrible lens. But it did the job.
Yeah.
Just to like get my feet in the water, just try it out.
Yeah.
And then from there on,
that camera for me was like a game changer.
A7 III?
Yeah.
Back in 2020?
Yeah.
I think it came out in 2019, I believe.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's when I got it.
Yeah.
Because once I realized that, I realized this with that's like the first A7 there. It's the original A7. Yeah.
No way.
But once I realized that the cameras could do photos and videos as good, like, the A7 III took as good video as it did, photos. Right. Once I realized that, I was like, wow. That's when I was like, okay, you can like really make some money with this stuff.
Definitely.
But okay, so tell me about, so you really like knew nothing going into it, right? That's great. That's amazing because I feel like most people would get discouraged, even if they're, in their 20s or 30, early 20s, they'd be like, I don't know anything about, like, I have to go to film school, I have to do this.
Like, how do you do this?
It's much different.
How do you figure it out?
Yeah. And I think the course is a really great example of like, just like the law of exposure and like immersing yourself in one thing and like paying someone, right? Who specifically knows what you want to get close to them,
Yep.
to get to a higher state of, or really like a fast track.
Yep.
Right. So that's really cool. How, did you actually go through the course, like watch every video and do everything that was like recommended in there?
No, I probably am at 68, 67% of
Okay.
the full course.
Okay.
To this day.
Yeah.
I just went more for like the technical part, like the business part.
Yeah. The business part
commercial
everybody needs
part,
help
yeah.
with. Yeah.
That's the part where I was like trying to like figure it out.
Yeah.
Because I was never into business before. Like, how do you like monetize this? How do you like open up? How do you register?
How much do I charge?
Yeah, taxes, all of the stuff. It's little things that add up for a whole business to be complete.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that, but I was, looking it up, asking people around. I actually had a few mentors in Hawaii.
Okay.
One of them was more into the commercial part, and then the other one, it was more of a wedding. Both of them had like over 10 years of experience. So
Oh, nice. And how did you get linked up with them?
my cousin,
Okay.
he's been living there for like 8 years.
Okay, so he just knew,
was connected.
he knew a guy who knew the guy.
He knew a guy and just
Yeah.
referred me, and then pretty much I started providing value.
Yeah.
Well, I had no value in that industry at that point because I was just starting out. So what I did was,
Right.
hey, bro, I'll carry your stuff. But I want to learn what you do. I want to learn,
Yeah.
I want to be around you because I want to know, like, what makes you special. So
There is value in that, though.
Yeah,
Just
there is
helping
value.
Helping
Yeah.
someone, no matter how you
Yeah.
do it, is still helping.
yeah, that's true. So yeah,
So you met those two guys, and you just kind of shadowed them for
pretty
some
much
time.
shadow
and learn.
them and just learn everything from the fundamentals, the basics.
Yeah. Do you
Shutter
remember
speed.
your like first paid job? Was it in Hawaii?
It was in Hawaii.
Okay.
It
So
was
how
in
long
Hawaii.
after like buying the course and like getting the camera and all that stuff was your first
Man,
like paid job?
I think on this is the crazy part about it. So I believe it was my second or third one. I started posting videos of me going to like different spots, just recording them for free and just post it on Instagram and just put a bunch of hashtags, and then
It's a great state to do that,
Yeah.
Hawaii.
and I would join communities as well on Facebook, and
Yeah.
I would just show up with my camera. Hey, let's talk.
Yeah.
Let me record you, this and that.
Yeah.
So I got invited to this a yacht party, right? And I created a super nice video.
A what party?
A yacht.
Oh, okay, like
Yeah.
boats.
Yeah, boats.
Yeah.
And I did a really nice video, right? And then like a week after, there was this rapper from Philadelphia. He told me, bro, I love the way you edited that video. I'm like, really? He's like, bro, how much? I need a music video because I'm only gonna stay here for like 3 days. I don't have my videographer with me. I just need somebody to like record me.
He's like, I'm in
And I
Hawaii and I need a music video.
Yes, that's it.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I was like, how much do I charge this guy? And I spoke to my cousin and I said, bro, I think you should charge me like $1,200. Okay, $1,200. I told him this is it. I signed my invoice. Like, boom, he just sold me the money. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't know if I was supposed to curse.
That's fine.
But I was in shock at that moment because it's like I never gotten paid for something like this.
Yeah.
For something that I'm still learning,
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him how did you find me? He's like hashtags.
That's so cool.
And it was crazy for me at that point because
Do you still have the video?
it was horrible.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, it was. I don't have it with me.
What did he think about it?
We kind of had to like change it up like 4 times.
Okay.
The way that he wanted it.
Okay.
But yeah, I was more than willing to do that because
Yeah. Revisions is part of the process,
100%,
right?
yeah.
Sometimes you'll get the one hit wonders where you don't have to do anything else, but
Yeah.
that's kind of few and far between.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so crazy.
But it was crazy because I didn't know the power behind hashtags at that point. Like I heard
Yeah.
about it, but I didn't.
I feel like back then they probably had a little bit more power than they do now, but
yeah,
you still like put a lot of tags. in
hashtags
your-
no.
Yeah.
No, I just
it's
put
like-
the work that I think is best and just put it out, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And it works,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So what brought you back to the States?
The pandemic. So in Hawaii, it was too strict.
They were locking everyone down.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Too strict. So I was like, okay, I need to make a choice. So I just made a choice, and that's it. And I didn't look back. I was more confident.
So how many years did you spend in Hawaii?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years. Okay. So you came back here with
More knowledge.
more knowledge, more experience,
more maturity.
the course under your belt, the network of the community. Did you go into bartending again when you?
No, that's it. I was like,
Dude, that's so sick.
Like I'm gonna make this work somehow.
That's great.
And I have connections already in Miami. It was just
Yeah.
a matter of reaching out to them and figure out what they need and just provide value to them.
So fast forward to now. Tell us what you're working on now, how you navigate the self-employed life, and a little bit about what you do in your everyday now.
Yeah. So right now is more of getting clients, like retaining clients now, long term, like 3 months, 6 months. Because for me, I try to log them in. Like first, I provide value and then see what they need. So usually, I'll give them like a nice price for the first time, and they get to see who I am as a person, what kind of work I do for them, and the quality of work. And usually,
you mean like for that first interaction,
yeah,
that first
interaction,
job? Okay.
Yeah. So and they see that and they like the work, they like the quality, they like the type of customer service I bring to the table. Just a matter of
the whole experience.
And like the whole experience in general. So
being a professional,
all of that.
Yeah. I got that vibe from you from the second I met you. So that's great.
Awesome. Yeah. So I'm doing something right.
Yeah, for sure.
And people see that and then, okay, I like this guy. I want to have him on my team, we'll figure it out. And then that's it. I just help them make I help them make money.
Yeah.
Help them make money and they see the results and we get to retain them.
Okay. So you help clients make money, right?
Yeah.
And which I think for me is something that took me a little bit to like figure out and understand, is that essentially if somebody wants our services, whether it's video, photos, whatever, they need help with social, whatever, it's usually because there's some kind of problem, and it's like digging into that, because everyone just says like, oh, I just want a video. It's like, but what is the video for?
Right.
What problem is it solving, and how is it going to help you grow your business?
Right.
So let's say somebody comes to you and you are, your ultimate goal is to help them make money.
Right.
How does the process go from like the start to that like onboarding call, or like how do you pull out of them like what the problem is, how you can help them make money?
Right. So I try to reach out people that are business minded, as in they're having some type of business, whether it's anything related to business,
Yeah.
So right now in the moment I'm working with jewelry companies. You start working with a couple of restaurants and life insurance agents.
Okay.
Just need content, they need some sort of leads, and they know, and they see the value online. Once people see the value of online and they track like the analytics online, like especially if you're running ads, they see the value of having great content because it goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
So
do you run the ads?
No.
Too? Okay.
They have somebody else for that.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing in its own.
I could do it. The thing is, I just want to like specialize on one thing and just go all in.
Yeah, I love that. I couldn't agree more.
I can't be a jack of all trades because I've done it before and it's not the most optimal way to do things.
Nobody's going to win like that. Yeah. So, so like maybe a client like the jewelry, right? I mean, I've seen you make their content and stuff. It's amazing. So like ultimately they want to sell
like
more
promotional videos
to sell more pieces. Right. Yeah. I mean, so they could spend whatever it is per month, on content and potentially make one sale and then
that's it.
Right. Right. So I guess when you think about it like that, how do you price your work?
So usually,
I know it's kind of a loaded question.
Yeah. So usually for me is I try to go around their budget just to see how much.
Yeah. So you ask them like,
yeah,
hey,
just because I already have a number more or less.
Right. And most people know what they want to spend. So it's like, stop, just beating around the bush and just say like, what is your budget?
Yeah. And most of the time I tell them, hey, like one video is not going to do anything.
Yeah.
it's just reality.
Yeah.
That you need.
You can pay me $2,000 for one video if you want, but
I'm gonna be straight up. You're not gonna see the results that you want. It's not gonna taste. It's gonna take consistency. Like we need at least like 10 videos a month.
Yeah.
So the packages that I have, can vary from like 3,000, 4,000. It just depends. Sometimes they want extra videos, and then I just fill them up.
And then you could do an a la carte thing on top of your yeah. So I feel like a lot of creators are kind of going that route of the retainer style. And if you're in a business and you need the content, it is smart. And I try to explain like that too, because most people will hire you, like to do like a one-off project or something like that, but it doesn't accomplish anything.
Exactly.
So you have to be consistent in it. You have to be committed to it, and you have to be willing to put in the work.
100%. There's no other way around it.
Yeah. Do you do the posting?
No.
Okay. So you just deliver everything.
I just deliver the content. So we pretty much tell them, hey, we're gonna schedule the days that we're gonna shoot during the month. It's usually like 3 times, 4 times a month max. Yep. But we optimize it.
Yeah. Do you come up with the video topics and the content, or do you let them do that?
So at first I would let them do it, but then I saw that I could monetize creating a script for them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Especially with the tools that we have now.
Yeah,
it's easier to create something very professional, and they can use that. And then
but it probably took you a little while to kind of understand their business, and because you can't really just go in cold and be like, oh, here, we're gonna create this video because I know what you need, and you're like, but I don't really know you, so that's smart.
One of the guys that I was working with, he was a jewelry owner as well. He was really good at marketing. He was really great at sales too. So I got to learn a lot from him, like what kind of tactics to use and how you can bring even more value to the table. So
it's crazy. Every interaction you have with someone, whether you like think it or not, like there's something that you can learn from the person,
definitely. Everybody.
And not everything is just like a transactional like money thing, but like you can learn from everyone.
There's more in knowledge and wisdom than money.
Right. And the more hands you shake, the more money you make.
More people what
they say.
Word of mouth, referrals, the more you grow.
Yeah. So where do you see your business going, and what do you hope to do with your career,
from like 5 years from now, 10 years from now?
Yeah. I mean, do you see yourself as because you would kind of consider yourself like a solo creator right now, right? Like
So right now, actually, I joined an agency, we just started like an agency between us because I'm working with somebody that specializes on branding.
Nice.
And his girlfriend is into that marketing, social media management. So they were working on an agency before, and they kind of quit because they didn't like the environment was too toxic. Mm-hmm. But they're really good at what they do. So they were like, hey, we're gonna start our own agency. You want to join? And I like how they think. I like what they bring to the table. So I'm like, let's try this out.
Yeah.
So this is our 2nd month, and we already have a client.
Nice.
So
yes, that's a great. I mean, so agency would technically be like you don't interact with the client. The people at the agency handle it. I mean, you're the agency in this situation,
right?
But technically, like, you have a group of people who are working together symbiotically, and you may not have to. There might be situations where you don't have to deal with the client. The work just kind of gets like subbed out to you,
right?
Yeah, that's smart.
But long term, I do want to have like once I acquire the skills, I do want to have my own agency and have we have video, we have like a whole media production,
right?
Branding, photo, videos. But it's levels to it, you gotta learn certain things in order to be at that level first. Yeah,
so you can just run the agency, and when someone needs a video, you send out your guy, or you send out your girl.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it takes time, it takes years, experience, some failures in between, so you can.
I think you're probably closer to that than you think you might be.
I know. I just matter of time, to be honest. I'm just confident of
it's a marathon, right?
Yeah.
I want to work on like big sets, like big commercial or movie sets.
Yeah, like LA type of things.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
So there's a couple companies that I'm trying to be an assistant for or something like that. There's a couple locally, and then there's like some couple big ones in Miami too.
Oh yeah.
But it'd be nice to, get on a big set where there's like big time cinema cameras, and I like this set. I like the atmosphere where like everybody has the dedicated role. Like you have a gaffer, you have a DP, you have a someone who's just doing lighting and all that stuff. So I want to like dip my toes in that field eventually. I think that'd be really cool.
So it's like a media production, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah. I mean, when you think about like, let's say like ultra in Miami, right? Like
Yeah.
they who do they call? They don't call like me or you to do their videos, right? They call fucking this massive company in Miami, and they send out all these guys with lighting trucks and all that shit. Like it'd be cool to like just be a part of that on some scale. You
I
know?
met somebody that does EDC Orlando.
Really?
Like they hire him to be like the main videographer, and this guy shows up like a robot, like
Yeah,
with
yeah.
with the this big gimbal.
Yeah, the what's it called with the steady cam or
Yeah.
easy rig or whatever it
Yeah.
is. Awesome, man. How long? Oh, it's only been about 26 minutes. Okay, so let's talk about gear, because some people say gear's not important. Some people like the gear. I'm you see what we got going on here. I love it. I'm like super intrigued by it, and I love learning about it. But we talked about your camera and my first camera and all that stuff. Like what are you working with now, and how do you feel like the tools that you have kind of helped you excel or go forward in your career?
Yeah. So right now I'm still with Sony. I just love Sony overall in general.
Yeah.
I have the A7S3, the A7 IV, and a lot of lenses according to the type of shoes that I'm
lens
doing.
less right now because I just bought one that we're on right now.
The G Master.
My first G Master for the
Really?
collection. I'm kind of excited.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
No, I mean the colors that come out of the G Master is just I love it. I love it.
So A7 IV, A7S3, bunch of lenses.
Prime lenses and zoom
Yeah.
lens. So right now I only have one zoom lens because I already
Did you go from the A7 III to the A7S3?
So I went from the A7 III to the A7 IV.
Okay.
And then I saw the A7 III to get the A7S3.
Gotcha. Okay. So you kind of already had So the jump from the 8-bit to the 10-bit was like for me was like mind blowing.
Yeah, it's different. Different. It was everything what the people were promoting it.
Yeah. And then you go from the 4 to the S3 and it's like that's just insane. The sensor and the A7S3 and the FX3 are just it's incredible.
They're insane. They're the next level.
Yeah.
Next level cameras. And I think they have the A7R5 now, and it might be.
So how did you because I don't know, when I started getting when I got the A7 IV and the FX3, I just I moved a little bit differently because I just knew the value of what I had, not in monetary of what the camera costs, but that combined with the skills that have taken me to get there, it gave me a confidence to be
yes, 100%.
especially charge more.
Yes.
Right. Which is one thing that we always have a hard time with is how do we
how
price our work, you know?
Right.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about when you made that investment, into that A7 IV and then the S3, how are you moving and how did that help you, step into the,
like you said, it gives you that extra confidence of you have something that's definitely worth every penny that you're spending.
Yeah.
So I like to, I think you mentioned about investing in yourself, and that's one way of doing it.
Yeah.
Just investing into gear so people feel like they're getting the bang for their buck, And that's one thing that I believe until this day, that you gotta keep investing in yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, in equipment as well.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Have you done any other stuff besides full-time filmmaker as far as self investing?
more like personal growth.
Yeah.
I've been reading books.
Okay.
There's a lot of free content out there nowadays that you can learn from, like marketing, sales, and so on.
Yeah.
So as far as money wise, no, but I still spend a lot of time in learning marketing and sales.
I think that's still investing.
I think
time is money for us.
Definitely. 100%. So I do put a lot of time into that just to keep learning, and understand it better.
To stay sharp. Sharp. All right. Well, where can people? Well, okay. 2 things. The first thing is tell people where they can follow you, get a hold of you, reach you online, and then give us a nice close out, right? So, somebody may be on the fence about taking this journey into the creative space, or maybe being an entrepreneur, going out on their own. And what would you say to inspire them and to what would you say to inspire them?
I love that question.
Yeah.
Because I would ask people something like that too. So I would tell people that I just wanna like they're not sure how to do it, that you just have to do it. You don't have to wait for the perfect time to take that leap of faith. There's never a perfect time. You just gotta do it and do it now, and then from there on you're gonna figure it out. I feel like whatever you put out is what you're gonna get. It's what you're gonna track. So my tip will be just start now. Don't wait for the perfect time because that never exists, and you don't want to wait too long either because you might miss the opportunity. So just do it. It's like Nike. Just do it. Do it. Figure it out, and just believe in yourself and believe that you're gonna make it. And eventually, with time, you'll have enough evidence that you can do it.
Yeah.
So
you have to believe in yourself.
You have to believe in yourself.
How do you fortify that? Like, how do you like? How would you explain to someone how you believed in yourself?
So for me, it would be evidence from our previous experiences. Okay, if I was able to do this, why can't I do this? It might be like kind of similar, kind of different, but it was kind of similar scenarios.
Yeah.
So I just look back at the things that I've done before, and it gives me the evidence and the confidence that if I'm able to figure this out, I can do this. And once I'm able to figure out what I'm doing now, I can figure out the next thing. Because life is all about figuring stuff out, you know.
Yeah.
So
it's one big giant puzzle.
Yeah, and it's just you just gotta believe in yourself, man. It's hard, but you just gotta collect the evidence.
Yeah,
I'm big on that, and collect the evidence and just keep going forward.
Yeah,
collect more evidence along the way, and then that gives you that confidence that you can keep on going. So
love it. All right, where can people find you?
Rick's Films Instagram _ so Rick's _films. So,
RIX, right?
RIX.
RIX. Yeah. RIX _films. All right, everyone. Thank you. Awesome. See you in the next episode.
Perfect.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
All right.